nigga, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the brink of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Texans going up against the Vikings. With that, let's get up to Minneapolis as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Detroit! Leopard!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go.
And the wideout in motion. Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to take it. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for third and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Another pistol look here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with their ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Let's go!
Second and goal is the offense. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And he'll bang that one through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They'll come out in the pistol.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
This is Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Here we go. Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll switch it up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down.
Here we go. Leopard! Leopard!
Halfback sent in motion.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Over!
Time running out here on the play clock. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, Because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got room. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They run again with Ajayi. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Here's Ajayi. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Taken in at the 22. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the I. They'll set up to throw. Deep drop. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3 yards to go on 2nd down.
Detroit! Hang on now! No, check! Patriot! Watch it now! No, check! Patriot! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come out here in the I. third and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Eight yards to go here on second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Gun. No. Check. Patriots. Watch it, Leopard.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Set. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back line it up, Philly. Here we go. Green 39. No. Check. Patriots. Lucky 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Let's see it. Leopard.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The play-action fake. They'll blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they're able to get a little bit of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Begin the drive with a Johnny. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third down and 5. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and ended up making a really nice play.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with a J. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Here we go. 3-19. All right, now here we go. 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Right now,
Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
all I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriots.
And the back goes into motion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the ball is knocked out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble.
And
Big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
Patriots. Gun.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And now out comes Houston. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Leopard!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They come out here in the eye. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And now out comes Houston. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And now out comes Minnesota. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go on the ground. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Shreds the tackle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Detroit! Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he motions the wide receiver. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
This is taken at the 18. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught at the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 59 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, The offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that will be their third and final. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So here's the former. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game. And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post. But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now.